over the last few days, we have had the opportunity to cover a whole bunch of stuff from the PSO2 New Genesis, a live stream that took part a few days ago. And if you haven't seen any of them videos, I highly recommend them as they do go into detail about everything that we know for sure about it. But today we are going to talk about something that may end up being accurate with the information we have gathered about the plot of New Genesis. So, if you want to hang around and share your theories with me on what you think New Genesis plot going to be, make sure to do the like, favorite, subscribe, hit the bells, and all that jazz. And don't forget, I do stream here on YouTube every Saturday and Sunday, starting at 3 p.m. Central. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into this and discuss New Genesis plot. Maybe. So during the live stream, we did get our hands on a brand new intro / trailer for New Genesis, as well as a little sneak peek into the base premise of New Genesis, and mainly got a lot of stuff we can draw from this. Some of this stuff is bluntly what's stated in the live stream, other stuff was implied, and some of this is also me just connecting the dots, making sense of everything we did see story-wise inside of New Genesis. So, starting off, we do know about our capital city here, or the main lobby, which is a central city. And by the name, we know this is going to be important because of the plot. So, with it being 1,000 years in the future after PSO2, we are pretty much on a planet called Hoffa, and the Arks are pretty much living there in peace when suddenly one day a doll randomly appears from outer space, which is pretty much the new big bad of New Genesis, as well as not just them, but also the introduction of a meteor, which is people coming down in escape pods, ship pods. We don't exactly know if they are running from something or where they're coming from, since it seemed like this is going to be the main driving force of this, is where the new enemy the dolls are coming from, and why are they attacking Hoffa, right along with the escape pods or pods that happen to have people inside of them. And on top of that, we have established that everybody that is coming in from the drop, most of them are pretty much remember nothing about how they got in the pod, where they came from, who they are, or nothing. With impliedness of a few people that seem to have little pieces of memories beforehand, which I'm pretty sure they are going to be the one that going to be driving the plot into the dolls, and how are they connected to the meteor, as well as the new people coming in. And that is we're going to start the story here, because as stated, with the people showing up in the pods with no memory, we have ourselves our blank slate for our characters. So you will be playing as one of the people coming down in the meteor pods. Like I said, totally blank slate. Make your characters, make your abilities, and so on, because it does establish that the Ark member do actually recruit some of the people that do come down in the pods into Ark. So out of the gate, you will not actually be playing as a Ark member, probably for one of the fourth time in PSO history. Let me know in the comments if I'm off about that. Starting off, you will not be a Ark member. You will be one of the people coming into the strange environment and slowly get wrapped into everything with the Arks, and of course everything to do with you and the dolls, and what that means for the Arks as a whole here. But we do know at some point after the introduction, a meteor will show up near Central City, and from there will probably be the character that will have some memories of what happened prior to being shot out into space. And I foresee that being the big tie-in into the actual plot to get you all moving beyond just defending the capital city of Central City from the invaders of the dolls, since as we've seen in the trailer, it does look like they are going to be coming down around the city, and in return we have a gameplay mechanic here of the city being attacked. That totally hypothetical. We don't know for a fact that that's going to be the case, but the CG intro does kind of imply a little bit of that happening, which in return will hopefully be a fun mechanic, and in return hopefully will play into the story, because more than likely, which will be, I could see the dolls actually be, for whatever reason, coming after either you and your other players, or the big meteor that probably show up with something important in it. And in return will probably be what the actual plot is here of why they attacking city, why they attacking all, is of course because of the gate pods coming down into the environment of Hafa. From there, that is pretty much about all we truly know about the plot and what I can gather from pulling it all together. As of now, this seemed like a very interesting plot that could go in many different directions, as well of introduction of a very much a clean slate for your character, as well as a new player coming into PSO2 without having to know the back knowledge of original PSO2 here. But we will see how much this actually kind of entwine back into PSO2, since this is a direct sequel slash, I get, expansion type of deal. We do have a chance of a PSO2 name actually carrying some weight into the story, and easily might just turn into the people coming down the meteor is of course Ark operatives that been busy for the last 1,000 years out in the galaxy. We will see if it ties in beyond just having a name, because if so, then the name obviously is just there for, I get, market value, especially in Japan, since PSO2 is a very much of a cat cow for SEGA, and in return, obviously, they don't want to drop that name quite yet. So we will see if it hold more weight than just that. But it could. The thing going to be, though, depending on how PSO2 actually ends once we actually get all the content in North America and global. We will see if it does lead into New Genesis in any way, shape, or form. But we at least gather the plot as far of our introduction and what's going to lead into it. But beyond the connection between you, the player, and the dog creatures, we will end up seeing as we get more information, and hopefully as we get more information, I will make more video breaking down this stuff for you guys, and hopefully we will be somewhat accurate. We will see. Once again, if you haven't already, make sure you check out my coverage of New Genesis linked above to check out the playlist of all the New Genesis info, and see if you can gather something from the live stream that I didn't. And if so, make sure you let me know in the comment below if you have an opinion on this and what you think New Genesis plot is going to be. And with that, that will go ahead and do it for me. But I will be back in my next video, so make sure you do the like, favorite, subscribe, hit all the bells, and don't forget I do stream here on YouTube every Saturday and Sunday starting at 3 p.m. Central, playing PSO2 over on Ship 1. So make sure you come check that out, and like I said, I will see you all in the comments.